You're listening to the Life of Lozo podcast.
We are live here at Life of Lozo.
He is the funniest, smartest, sexiest guy I know.
Lozo is now live.
Yo, on this episode, I catch up with longtime friend and music production and mastering guru Alex Bacani. Lex finally admits he was in his boy band. We discuss some of our favorite music projects and we attempt to explain the professional sport of Pantalones de Shamo. Thank you to our sponsors, St. Jude Studios, The Taylor Shop Inc., 03 Productions, A. Charles Photos, The Beat Brigade, Rhyme Designs Clothing, Ronz World Guitars, The Music Experience, Custom Shirts and more, The Art of Kyle Willis, TheMishmash.com, and of course, Jack's Nutrition. Let's go. Yo, Life of Lozo podcast here in STS Podcast Studio O in Orlando, Florida. We are wrapping up season number 3 here and got a special guest on the show from LA. We're doing this over the interwebs. What's up, Lex? What's cracking, bro?
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. How you doing, dude?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well, dude. How's the weather up here in Florida? We're about to get back into the 80s again. We had that little what we call the Florida winter last week. Got down to like the 40s. How's California treating you?
Oh, 70 and sunny, bro.
Is it not too hot though?
No, it's not.
Too soon?
No,
too soon?
It's not too hot yet.
Yeah, man, those wildfires kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know a few of my buddies that work out that way that are having a bit of a time trying to get to and from work.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's been madness, dude. Seeing some of the videos and some of the pictures and stuff, it looks like the Armageddon out there.
It sure does. I'm quite a ways away from it, so.
Yeah, exactly. You got out of there, huh? You moved.
I did.
Yeah.
I moved to the suburbs.
Out to the burbs, bro. Well, cool, man. Well, welcome to the show, dude. It's been
thank you.
Yeah, a couple of seasons to finally get your ass on, but it's all good and clearly.
I figure I let you work out the kinks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's been a good time, and now that here in Orlando we got the studio all set up, so it's gonna be way easier going into 2018 and getting some more content up, and looking forward to a couple different ideas, a couple different shows. So we gotta off air, we gotta brainstorm a little bit and maybe put some ideas together for some more content.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Well, cool. So shit, we've known each other since like 2001.
Yeah. 2000.
2000.
Yeah, you was around when my son was born.
Yeah. It was right. It was literally right about that time.
Right.
I'm trying to think. No, hold on. Let me think. I moved out there in the spring of 01.
Did you really?
Yeah, like January. I think like January of 01. I think is when it was. If I remember right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You remember Maxie?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because Maxie was around when Jordan was born. So I figured it was about right around the same time because we was all working together.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was telling. I can't remember what show I was doing, but I was telling the story of how we met. I think it was the first the first episode of this season when the tables got flipped and I had to get interviewed by Christian and by Don.
Right.
And I was telling the story about how we met, and it was like we met at Guitar Center. I was like, yo, this dude's pretty cool. And then you were like, I'm out. And you quit like a week later.
That's right. I figured my replacement's here. I'm out.
So it's been a while, man. But for those that don't know, obviously, number one, so you can catch Lex on Instagram at 03 Productions, but it's a little goofy. It's ZER and then the number 0. And then THRE, the number 3 Productions, so 03 Productions. And if anybody's been listening to the show, Lex and his squad are responsible for the intro beat.
Correct.
To the Life of Lozo podcast. So that was it's kind of hot, man. You sent me like a whole swarm of beats, and I was like, that one just felt right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I sent you a good portion of our library there, but
yeah,
I figured you could find some shit that'll work.
Yeah, no, that was dope, man. It's kind of become the sound now. Like I don't know if I could ever hear that beat with like anybody else
Anything
rapping
else?
or singing. Yeah, yeah.
I'm still gonna try to sell it.
Yeah, you better. So yeah, so music. So like obviously we kind of cross paths around music, but I would love to kind of get into the nitty gritty here and really talk about kind of your whole life's been about music and everything you've done from when you were a kid all the way till now. So give me a little history lesson on Lex.
Yeah, I mean, it has been music pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
Since high school, really, when you kind of figure out what you're really into, I was kind of drawn towards that music thing, and a few friends of mine and myself, we started to sing together in what you like to call, the boy band.
I think that's a thing. I don't think I just like to call it. I think it's actually defined by that.
I think you like to call it that when you speak to me about it and our friends about it. But either way, it was a group of us singing songs.
Yeah.
And we did some things with that. And, long story short, you do the record deal thing and then you do the shows thing, and you do the tour thing. And eventually at some point, if you're not fortunate, it falls apart.
Right.
And you're laying there and figuring out what your next move might have to be.
Yeah.
And being in the studio all that time from my late teen years till my early 20s, I kind of got a love for the process, really.
Yeah.
So I dove into the engineering and the production side of it shortly after the band broke up. It's not a band, it's a boy band. Broke up.
Look, I'm just saying it was a bunch of dudes singing in matching outfits. I think that
That's
equals
right.
boy band.
Kiss is a band, they got matching outfits.
True that. All right. Touche.
Thank you. But yeah, I got in the production thing, and I had some really good mentors at an early age for me anyway, kind of showing me the ropes and how it was done. Shortly after that, I decided that I probably should go to school for this. Money runs out, and jobs are few and far between. So I ended up in a recording school, to be unnamed here.
Right.
And come to find out, I'm teaching these classes as opposed to learning in these classes. And so the money spent there wasn't, I can't say it wasn't all worth it. It was somewhat worth it, but the experience was worth it.
Yeah.
And I think I was in school when we met. Or I had started school shortly after we had met.
Yeah.
Either way, I decided that that was something I wanted to pursue and keep doing. Finishing school, I opened up a few spots with you.
Yep.
Right? We went in business together in a few production spots, little studio spots. And currently, now I am an owner of a music lesson production facility place out here in Whittier, California, where we teach young kids and adults how to play contemporary music, instruments such as drums and keyboard, guitar, bass guitar, vocal, that kind of thing. And I run a production class out of there as well.
Yeah.
And when that's all over at the end of the day, my camp and I, we create music for film and TV, web, things like that, working on a couple passion projects like, people's albums and the sort.
Yep.
And most recently, we're starting to get into actually recording audiobooks.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, people need audio, bro.
Yes, sir.
I mean, not everybody's buying albums.
That's right, man. Hey, it's that podcast life, dude.
It is. Actually, my buddy and I was talking about kind of offering up that service here in the new year. I mean, there's tons of people doing podcasts, and as well as I do. I mean, you come from an audio background. I mean, this kind of stuff makes sense to you.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure that there's a lot of people where this doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah.
And there might be a little place in the market for that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to tap into that here shortly.
Yeah. Now you also, besides obviously singing and whatnot, you also play instruments. And I know you were I mean, I've always appreciated you being a piano player, but I never actually asked, were you like classically trained on piano, or you just
No,
picked that
man.
shit up?
No, it's there's a couple things I regret in life, right? Quitting piano lessons at like 10 years old was probably one of them. I took a total of 3 lessons. This Chinese man used to come to my house and try to teach me piano, and I hated it. I hated it. And, you know, moms would call you in from outside. Your piano teacher's here. You got to sit here for an hour. And, you know, he was the type to kind of smack your hands if he was messing up.
Right.
And I didn't like it. And, you know, it kind of helped me out later in life. I mean, the way we teach at the studio now is it's supposed to be fun for these kids.
Right.
I don't want anybody to kind of have the experience that I had as a kid and quit after 3 lessons or what have you.
Yeah.
Because it is one thing that I do. One of the things I do regret is not ever finishing that. So after that, I ended up just picking it up.
Yeah.
And playing by ear. And, you know, I'm not my partner, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas, the other guy I create with, he's classically trained, can read any piece of music like a book. So, you know, I'm a little bit envious of that, but I'm not trained at all. You yeah, you can't call me a pianist. I sit at the keyboard with my hands on it.
Right.
How about that?
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see you stop smoking, and now that you play that new instrument called the douche flute, that's a lot healthier for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the new hotness, though, right? That's what everybody's whiffing around on those things nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I quit smoking, dude, at 20 some odd years or whatever it might be.
I know, right?
You know, a freaking pack a day of cigarettes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good
You know,
for
I couldn't get through 10 minutes without a cigarette, you know, especially in the studio.
Oh yeah. Well,
But-
I mean, thinking about the studio, and obviously, you know, kind of you referred to it, just our partnership and working together, and we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of projects out in LA with a lot of different artists, and really enjoyed ourselves. But I would have to say, probably of everything that we ever did, the late night, you know, 11:30 p.m. to 2:00 a.m. Gunny Sinatra recording sessions at the in the garage at Pico Rivera, probably to this day, were just classic. To the point where, even though we got a lot of stuff done, we recorded a lot of stuff. When people knew we were in session, it was just like crowds would show up, and we would end up doing extreme sports in the front yard.
Absolutely. Yeah, I still talk about that till this day. You know, what is that, 15 years ago or whatever it might be?
Well, that was the birth of 03 Productions, because that was literally 2003.
2003, correct.
Yeah. The Pantalones de Shamo.
Yeah, I still have them. They're still hanging up in that garage.
So
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll talk everybody through a little bit of this thing. So Lex had, you know, full on Pro Tools recording studio set up in the garage in Pico, including a mic booth, the whole deal, and we work on a lot of projects. And of course, you know, dealing with artists, you got people that are working. You know, we were all working, and really the only time to get together and record was late at night and kind of into the early morning. Well, you know, you get to that point where people have been up for 12, 13, 14, 15 hours. You know, we're eating Tommy's or In-N-Out or whatever.
Yeah, well, I got a story about that later.
Yeah. You know, we're drinking, you know, whatever we could drink and just trying to stay up and get stuff done. And it gets to the point of just like, we have to step out of the session and go out into the driveway. And you had that little like Nerf basketball thing.
Yeah.
Remember that little baby basketball hoop that we'd screw around on?
Right.
And I don't remember who the hell it was. Somebody's idea was that we would go out and we took you had like a whole sports, like a plate against sports in your entire garage. Like every sport of every type of thing was in there. And we just had to go out front in your grass and play like putt-putt.
That's right.
And I don't remember who the hell decided that we were going to do that. But it was like, we're going to play putt-putt. But of course, like, you got to play competitive. So like you got to
That's
put
right.
you got to put something on the line. So all of a sudden we started putting everything from like hula hoops to like to strollers.
Yeah,
to,
office chairs.
office chairs, whatever we could find, we would throw out in the lawn, and then we created our own course, and the whole point of this damn course was that whoever had the lowest score,
Right.
had to take some abuse.
Correct.
And at first we thought it would be fun to just do like, I think it was the first time we did it was like, if you lose, you got to put on this hockey gear and this hockey helmet, and we get to hit you with a hockey stick.
Yes.
I think that's how it started, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I
We
think
get to swing a hockey stick at you.
right. And I think
Correct.
I think you lost first.
I did. lose first.
Yes. And then after that, it turned into instead of hitting people with hockey sticks, we were like, it's probably not a good idea. We put on the hockey pants, and you had to
Right.
go and hold the railing of the fence,
The fence post.
the
right.
fence post, with the hockey pants on, and we got to kick you in the ass as hard as we wanted to.
Yeah. Everybody in the game gets line up and kick you in the ass as hard as they wanted to.
Yeah.
And I still remember Sean Park
Yeah.
and Furious Styles
Yep.
when. Oh shit! When Sean just laid into Mike,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Sean who did it.
Sean did it.
Yeah,
Sean did it.
because we were all like we were all having fun. It was like just the act of kicking somebody in the ass was funny, but then
Right.
but now Furious Styles is now people mover, right? So we'll put it
Right,
out there.
right,
We'll catch
right.
him up on common terms. But
Absolutely.
Mike, we would talk shit and have a good time, and for whatever reason, Sean thought it would be hysterical to kick him hard as shit in those
Yeah,
hockey
like
pants.
Bruce Lee style kicked him.
Yeah, like soccer kick. Yeah.
Yeah, like soccer kicked. Like I'm gonna punt your ass
Yeah.
over the fence.
Yeah, yeah. And Mike ain't no little dude, but
No, but Sean's a little dude.
but he's a little dude, and he put full force into that, and I think Mike's feet came off the ground, and everybody goes, "Oh shit!" Right, and that's when everything got changed. That's when
right.
that's when it got for real. To the point where I remember Gunny came out with like 3 books in his
Yeah,
pants,
stacked in the back of the pants.
trying to be slick
like
about it.
You're trying to get like you're gonna get ass whooping from your dad or your mom.
Yeah. He tried to pull that off, so then we all made him pay. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, he had a hard time riding home that night. Oh, yeah.
What
man.
a trip.
That was a trip, dude. That was some good times, man. But
Yeah, those were good times, man. I mean, easier times.
yeah, dude. And what was the name? Remember that? What was that studio we went up to? That one we did that whole late night session to do the mastering project at the flower shop.
Yeah, it's above the flower shop.
Yeah,
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 second
yeah.
story of a flower shop. I forget what the place was called though.
Yeah, but that dude was doing mastering projects for big names in that little
Yeah.
ass studio.
Yeah, I mean, it came out well.
Yeah,
It came
yeah.
out great.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
work sounded good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that too. All the places we ever went though were super small,
Yeah, but that was a,
or maybe I don't know. Maybe we just had a lot of people.
I think we had a lot of people in the crew because I mean we had DJs, MCs, break dancers, vocalists,
Yeah.
everybody, and I think it's when you're around good people and you're making good music and you're doing it for the love of the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the thing I think
Right.
that pushed us so heavy because I mean we put out a lot of music. In a short amount of time, and to this day, like it's funny because I still have all that old music. I don't know if you got the hard drive working or not, but I know there was a bunch of stuff on that hard drive.
Right. Yeah. I opened it up.
Yeah.
Pulled some stuff off of there, but you got most of the masters.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And it's like all the stuff on a D1600, all the stuff on burn CDs, all these originals, and even to this day when I let people hear that stuff, they're like, "Yo, this is crazy," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
this shit's like 15 years old."
I know.
Yeah.
And I play it today, as I'm driving and what have you, and it's still relevant music, which
Yeah.
is crazy to me.
Yeah.
When you play it up against some of the stuff that's currently out there and production value, what's going on today. I mean, not that production value today is any good, but
Yeah.
that's a different story for a different time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good music.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. And, you know, people still listen to those records, or my friends still listen to those records, people that have those albums and say those are still good. You know what I actually found, though, the other day? I was digging through some vinyl at my brother's place with them one night, and I found the original press of that Gunny Sinatra 100 proof 12-inch vinyl. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how many copies you have.
Dude, I don't even know if I have, because I mean, I had a bunch, but I handed them all out. I don't know that I still have one anymore.
Yeah, I got 2.
Wow.
I should send you one.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Well, you're going to be down here anyway in a month and a half or whatever. But yeah, it was crazy just looking at that and you know, thinking about all the work and excuse me, all the memories that kind of went along with that particular album. You know. Again, I'm working with Gunny now. Yeah. You know, which you know says a lot to me anyway. Coming from this side of town where, you know, your friends are fly by night, you know, people you work with are kind of fly by night or whatever. And, you know, to come back to that relationship where it's kind of like nothing ever changed, nothing ever happened. You never stopped talking or stopped working together. It kind of pick up where you left off. It says a lot. I mean, and I think the music speaks to that, or our collaboration in that particular project speaks a lot to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was shit. It was 4 years of music nonstop.
Nonstop.
You know what I'm saying? Like nonstop. How much we did from music to music videos to photo shoots to EPs to, you know, like, I mean, we put a lot of stuff out.
Videos, EPKs, the whole thing, you know, and
House of Blues shows, everything.
Yeah, just New Mexico.
Yep, New Mexico tour.
Yeah. But I mean, it is kind of, it's mind-boggling to me sometimes when I look back and think about it. You know. Yeah. And when I listen to it, and I think maybe we were just a little bit early. Yeah.
No, I think so, man. I think it's interesting that you say that, because it was like a lot of that. That soul sampling, like that whole style of music, some of that's so timeless. Because even like you think of, like, I was talking about this the other day, but like, you know, Jay-Z's 444 and like No ID doing a lot of that production work. Well, No ID was the same cat that was doing beats for Common, the same dude that you know was a huge influence in Kanye West's life. So like that style of music, that style of hip hop, I don't think it ever goes away. People always will appreciate, you know, kind of soul blues, you know, that 70s kind of like R&B stuff, you know, flipped into hip hop tracks. I don't know that ever dies. I think it's always good.
Yeah, I think it's always good too. I mean, you know, the youngins of today will disagree with you, and I about it, but I mean, just musically, I think it doesn't go away. You know,
and look, and the reality is, like, they're just one song away from their favorite artist rapping over one of those types of beats. You know, like,
you're right.
It could be a mumble rap, it could be anything, right? Then all of a sudden, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's right.
It's so good, and you know, and they're like, then it opens up their world. So,
yeah, I mean, you know, it's music and fashion kind of hand in hand. I mean, if you're looking at like anything that these people are wearing, or these artists are wearing nowadays. I mean, that shit we were wearing back in the day.
Exactly.
You know? But it's cool again.
Yeah. It's back around. Yeah,
it's back around. 5 years ago, you know, 1990 Air Max were not cool.
Exactly.
You know? Now my kid wants a pair of Air Max 97s.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, go figure.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well. So moving forward from some of that old stuff and the old projects, I want to talk a little bit about this Street Approved in Project Area Code. So I know on Instagram as well, at @streetapproved_LA, and then projectareacode.com. Talk to me a little bit about some of that work.
That's a buddy of mine. His name is Buzz. He kind of reps 03 for us out here. But what he basically does is he goes around town and spotlights on some of the hot things that are going on in the hip hop culture out here, in the urban culture, whether it be, you know, food vendors or, you know, clothing or music artists, that kind of thing. He'll spotlight them, do a blog on that particular artist or vendor or what have you, showcase them and push them out to the Southern California area. and he's been a big supporter of 03 for a few years now, and I appreciate him.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of helping us move along, and you know, kind of helping us get our music out and a few more ears on it. And I just wanted to kind of include him because he does do a lot for us, and I do appreciate that. And but his work is a lot of promotion.
Yeah.
Is kind of what he's a promotional guy, and you know, he's a management guy, and that's kind of what he does. And his company used to be a print magazine.
Oh, nice.
Now it's an online thing.
Yep.
Paper goes away, right? So
yep.
it doesn't cost anything to put it up on the internet.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's what he does. He, you know, promotes guys like me or companies like mine, up and coming artists, and you know, kind of helps them gain an audience. So I wanted to put him out there and
Nice.
you know, get his name out. So again, that's Buzz over at Street Approved.
Yep. That's awesome, man. So yeah, check them out. It's at streetapproved_LA on Instagram or projectareacode.com. And then you mentioned Gunny, and I know we spoke a couple of months back, but so he's got a new project coming out. Yeah, how's that looking?
Yeah. It's a Gunny project, that's for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're probably gonna change the moniker. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gunny comes from that underground hip hop world, right?
Yep.
And that's around here in the LA area. That's what he's kind of known for.
Yeah.
Is in that underground hip hop scene. So they know him as Gunny, as we know him as Gunny.
Yep.
But I've let you preview the record, the album, songs on the album, what have you, and you can tell that it's a different direction for him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So we're gonna change the moniker probably. I got a video shoot for him coming up here early next year, January.
Nice.
We have yet to pick which one, but you know, there's a few different avenues we'd like to go with it. I mean, we have 40 songs tracked.
Wow. Yeah.
40 songs tracked, 40 songs mixed. So, it's really up in the air of if we're going to actually drop them all or you know, small pieces at a time or what have you. But it's a different kind of feel for him, even for me. I mean, you know what I do, and I know what you do, and we're trying to not necessarily take it all the way back.
Sure.
But we are trying to take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
As far as substance and things like that, you know, lyrical content.
Yep.
And the production is still now, I guess, you know,
Yep,
but,
yep.
I mean, it's a hip hop record.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
I think it's a hip hop record, more than just like a rap record, but, you know, we'll let your audience hear it once it's, ready to be put out to the masses.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, whenever that drops, you know, we'll get Gunny's crazy ass on the show too.
Oh, I don't know if you want that.
I know, let him act a fool, but that's what he does,
I know.
man.
That's what he does. Yeah, that's what he does. I mean, shit hasn't changed, bro. You know, my 9 p.m. call time is, you know, a 10:30 start time.
Exactly.
You know,
yes, sir.
my 2 a.m. end time is a 4:30 a.m. end time. You
Yep.
know, that's how it goes sometimes.
That's
but,
it, man.
I mean, it's the price you pay for the good music.
Exactly, right? Do what you
You know,
gotta do.
he's a pro. He's a pro, and I appreciate that. You know, I mean, I've worked with a lot of people, and for somebody to come in and do what they're supposed to do and know exactly what they're supposed to do and not really waste my time is a big thing for me.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
I mean, I can't get that time back. So.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. Yeah, there's been many occasions where my time's been wasted. And, you know.
Yeah. That's part of the business, though, man. And I think,
oh, absolutely.
You know, I think too is you know, somebody like yourself who's been in the game a super duper long time and has done everything from being the artist to then being the producer to then being a promoter to then being a mixer, master, the instructor. You know, kind of like all the different parts of the musical ecosystem. So for you, when you're thinking about these new artists or people who are coming up nowadays, it is just as easy to put out an album and get it on to, get something on YouTube and get something on SoundCloud and all that.
Right.
But what's your advice to any of these artists that are trying to either, make some noise or get some pub? There's always people always have this pipe dream of, they see these artists make it big and they're like, oh, I can do that. But they don't understand that there's actually more to it than just that. You know what I mean?
There's work involved.
A lot. Yeah. So like what's your advice to some of those up and comers or cats that are really trying to like get their stuff heard?
I think my best advice, I mean, anybody that would ask me, I would say just be fearless.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta put work into your craft. You gotta hone it. You gotta develop it. You gotta grow as an artist, as a person, as a writer, as a producer, what have you. But continue to do you.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can be anybody else.
Yeah.
That's not exciting anymore. Even when we were making music, from then until now, there's 100,000 copycats.
Yeah.
Everybody sounds like somebody else. Production guy, this producer sounds like that producer, what have you. But be yourself. Do your music.
Yeah.
And when you finish a piece of music, be fearless with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does you no good sitting in your computer.
Right.
It does you no good sitting a CD or whatever in your car. People have to hear it.
Yeah.
And so be fearless. Don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Because all these people that these other artists aspire to be or be like, I appreciate them, even if I don't necessarily like their music.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate them because it takes work to get to where they're at.
Sure.
It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of rejection and a lot of failure to actually get that piece of music heard and accepted by who matters most, is the people that are going to stream or buy or download your record, watch your YouTube channel or whatever. Those types of things, I mean, they don't come overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get one view on your first music video. You're going to get 2 views, your mom and your dad,
Yeah.
And you're going to look at your view count and say, should I keep doing this?
Right.
Well, yeah, of course. If it's something you believe in, if it's you, then you should keep doing it. Because you're going to wake up one day and you'll be too old to do it.
Right. Right.
Yep. Especially in this music game as an artist anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see a 60-year-old trap rapper.
I mean, I might want to. That'd be kind of cool.
It'd be kind of like, it's a novelty thing, you know what I mean? Like, he's playing at the local Indian casino. I mean, that's fantastic. But,
Yeah.
I mean, really, like, nobody wants to, that's not selling now, I mean, you and I both know, I mean, we're here in our 30s.
Yep.
I mean, nobody cares if Lozo's producing a record. No one cares what Alex looks like when he produces a record.
Right.
I'm not necessarily in front of that camera. I ain't Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
but you want to be Little Freaking Pump?
Yeah.
You want to be 21? I mean, there's a window, bro.
Yep.
So why would you waste that window being scared about your music?
Yeah.
Just put it out.
Yeah.
Just put it out and continue to believe in yourself even when people say, you should maybe think about something else.
Yeah.
If you believe in it strong enough, you should carry it out as long as you can.
Right.
And that's why I'm still doing music.
Sure. Yep.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of other jobs I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, there's plenty other things I could be doing.
Yeah.
And why am I not doing those things?
Yeah.
I mean, we touched on it early on in this conversation. I've been doing this for ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Since I can remember, this is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So this, in all its essence, is me.
Yeah.
Music is kind of what I do. And whether it's me making it or producing it or helping people make their own,
Yeah.
helping people promote their own music, helping people learn it,
Yep.
helping people learn how to edit audio or produce records or whatever. When my hands are in it, that's when I feel like I'm giving back a piece of me, and it feels like me.
Sure. Absolutely.
So that's why I continue to do it. even when X, Y, and Z say, hey, maybe you should think about doing something else, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, for any new artist, man, I mean, yeah, take advantage.
Yeah.
Don't be fearless and just do you.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I could give.
Yeah, and that's really the only way that you'll ever know, right? Is unless you put your stuff out there, you'll never know if you have a chance, if you have an opportunity, if if people like it, if they don't like it. At the end of the day, you got to put it out, and
Yeah.
let the chips fall where they may. Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, and I think that translates to just regular life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the relationship you and I have, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
there was probably 40 or 50 other guys at the place we worked.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
40, 50 other employees.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't talk to 48 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right. Yeah.
and if I didn't take an opportunity to come up and introduce myself, or you didn't take an opportunity to introduce yourself to me,
Yep.
I mean, the relationship we have now would have never ever happened.
Right.
You just kind of got to put it out there,
Exactly.
and
Yep.
the chips will fall where they may, right? And
Yep.
here we are, freaking 15, 17 years later,
Yep.
and the working relationship and the personal relationship we've built is far beyond anything I could ever freaking imagine. The freaking Guitar Center in Brea,
Right. Exactly.
And like I said, there was 50 other dudes there. I spoke to 2 of them.
It was me and Blake and Josh, and that was probably about it, right?
That's about it. That's about it.
Yeah. Shouts to
Yeah.
Blake. Shouts to Blake, the best audio engineer sales guy in the state of Florida or the state of California.
Yeah, shout outs to Josh,
Yeah. Shouts
the
to
second
Josh.
best audio salesman
Yeah.
in Southern California.
Yeah.
That dude,
Yeah.
that dude sold somebody RCA cables for his entire studio.
Yeah. When Josh was like a troll before trolling was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was I still think just an audio production genius. The quality of audio that dude could create, and the gear that he had at his place when he would record stuff. I still have some of those CDs he gave me, and I mean some of that stuff is just flawless when it comes to production quality. He's unreal.
He is unreal.
And
Unreal.
he wrote like pop music for a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Which crazy, because if you ever saw Josh, yeah, you would not think the dude ever wrote a pop record in his life.
Yeah, let alone that he got out of his casket during the daylight, because
Because he did drive a hearse to work.
yeah, literally his car was a hearse. Yeah, he was that
Literally,
dude.
yeah.
He was that dude.
Yeah, we used to jump in the back of it and head off to lunch
Yeah.
in that thing. Yeah, no lie.
Yep.
They had the rollers in the back and the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but as an audio person, that dude was something else.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm sure he's still doing making music.
It's gotta be.
He's got to be making music still.
Yeah.
But yeah, shouts out to Josh. Shouts out to Blake.
Yep.
I mean, what a trip.
I know, right? So cool. So this is a part of the show where I take cheesy or 90s one-hit wonder songs, and I create questions based on them. So for this season, it is Skilo's "I Wish," and so the first question for "I Wish" is, "I wish I could own blank." So if you could own anything in the world, what would you want to own right now?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Smart. Bitcoin like 6 months ago, right? A year
Right.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. when they were using it to hire hitmen and shit like that,
Yeah.
that's when I wish I would have got in.
Yeah, now you'd be a Bitcoin billionaire, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That cryptocurrency is kind of out of control right now, man.
It is out of
There's gonna be a lot of people that get hurt by this. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, you were 100% right about that.
Yeah.
But isn't it something else just to watch?
Oh yeah.
Just the madness.
Oh, it's
I mean,
it's madness, dude. It's madness.
it's kind of insane to me,
Yeah.
like a little bit mind blowing when I sit down and I read some of this stuff, and
Yeah.
and you always look at it and say, why didn't I get in on that? But
Sure.
eh,
Yeah. It is what it is.
well,
Right.
it's the way it goes, right?
Yep, that's how it goes down. Okay, all right. So the second one is, I wish I could be in the audience of a private concert by who?
Yeah, don't laugh. See, you're already laughing, right? No, I mean, can I give you two?
It depends on the
Can I
first
give you
one.
two?
It depends if I laugh,
Okay.
how hard I laugh at the first one.
All right, Babyface.
Oh, I'm not laughing at Babyface.
Okay.
No,
All right.
no, come on now. I had Babyface. Booked him in to come do a lunch one time because he lives.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. Showed up at a hotel in Costa Mesa and played lunch for about 60 people on his piano.
Yeah, I didn't get the fucking invite.
Hey, dude, what can I say, man? Shit goes down
You know?
sometimes.
I know.
You know how I roll.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, but he's amazing. Absolutely. Amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. One of my all times, if I could meet a musician, a producer, a songwriter, that he's one of them.
Okay. All right.
He's definitely one of them. Eminem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Still to me, maybe the GOAT.
Yeah. He's the new album dropped this week, and I did one quick listen.
So did I.
I do it this way. I do it. This is how whenever and I did the same thing with Jay-Z's 444. Whenever I'm anticipating something or I feel like there might be something to it, I listen to the whole thing once, I put it away, and I come back a week and a half later, and then I listen
Right.
track by track, right? Because I want to get the initial, like, let me feel what it feels like, and now I'm gonna go back and actually listen and dissect it. So
Yeah, I did the same thing. I'm on my quick listen too.
Yeah,
I haven't really dived in, I haven't took a deep dive into that record yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have mixed feelings about the first song that came out off of that record.
Yeah.
Not really what I was hoping for.
Sure.
But I'll give it another listen.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys, man, that if he puts something out, I'm probably gonna go get it.
Oh yeah.
I will probably go get it.
And then he's also one of those guys where, because of what he meant to underground hip hop, because what he
Right.
meant to MCs and battle rappers and lyricists and things like that, that there's always going to be this, like, it's always this feeling of like, it's not as good as this. It could have been better. He could have spit harder. It's always that way, and I think that it's one of those funny things where, like, I compare him to, like, DMX, right? People are like, oh yeah, DMX was dope. DMX is crazy. DMX is like a fantastic songwriter. Like what he writes and how he delivers is amazing. But DMX sounds exactly the same today as he did when he first came out. And then
Right.
people are like, yeah, he never evolved. So it's like, and then the same people are, same people will be like, oh well, Eminem's doing, why isn't he doing his old shit again? Well, because he's evolving, right? Like he's
Right.
trying different styles of music. He's taking what's hot now, and then he's flipping it in his way, and he's
Right.
and he's adding content into this style of rap. And so it's like, like he's never going to be, the Slim Shady EP. He's never going to be the
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers LP. Like that's just not him anymore.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that there was an evolution happening if you listen from first record till now. Mm-hmm. It just kind of, it was moving that way, I mean,
Yep.
yeah, granted his radio singles all kind of had the same feel,
Yep.
popular cadence or whatever, and like you get into something like Rap God, for instance.
Sure.
If you listen to Rap God and then you listen to some of these songs that are on the Revival album, I mean, you can tell that's where it
Yep.
kind of derived from.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
was that particular record, I think anyway. So, but yeah, that if I could see somebody in a private I would love to see that dude.
Yeah.
Just rip the mic for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just bucket list thing, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The next one is I wish I lived in blank. You live anywhere in the world. Where do you want to live?
Yeah, that's a loaded question, right? After all the talks we've had.
Just trying to get you to buy a mansion, bro. That's all I'm trying to do, bro.
I know.
Trying to get you to buy a mansion. I know. On the cheap.
Yeah, man. If I could live anywhere, God, I mean, I'm a Cali kid, right?
I know.
I love this shit.
I know you are.
I don't like I don't like the high cost of living, but I do love the area.
Yeah.
But if I could live anywhere, jeez, man. I mean, yeah, Florida doesn't seem like a bad idea to me.
Oh, it ain't,
you know what I mean?
It ain't too bad, man. Ain't too bad.
Yeah. I mean, money's longer out there.
Way long.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, if I could live anywhere right now, I mean, that might be it.
Yeah.
Outside of the fact that I do own a few businesses out here and
Yep.
got kids and
Yeah,
shit.
yep.
That wasn't the question, right? That wasn't the question.
Exactly.
The question was if I could live anywhere, where would it be? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that might be it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
You might have a new neighbor.
Oh, dude, it's all good. They're still building out here, bro.
I know you keep telling me.
I got you, fam. I got you. I'm gonna send you some more Zillow screenshots.
Right? Market reports.
Exactly. All right, cool. And then the final question for I wish is I wish people would stop blank. What do you wish people would stop doing?
Complaining so damn much.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, geez, man. God, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. People complain so damn much, man. Like they're entitled to everything.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's feelings are always hurt.
Yeah.
Like, get on with yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I wish people would stop complaining about shit and just go on with their life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't want to rant for freaking 35 minutes on my view of millennials, but
Right.
because I employ millennials, you know what I mean?
And you're one of them.
I'm on the outer edge.
Embrace it, bro. Embrace
I
it.
am on the outer edge of that. I'd like to think so anyway. But yeah, man, that's. I was talking to Nicole about that the other night.
Yeah.
Man, people get their feelings hurt so easy now.
Yeah.
And everything is like, woe is me, and what about this? And
Yeah.
I don't remember, when we were that age in our early 20s or whatever, I don't remember bitching that much about shit.
No, it's interesting. The cultural shift and I don't know. Like I think growing up in a different generation and where it's at and how we were treated and I mean that was the old school. Like if you got in trouble at school, you got in double trouble when you got home.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Nowadays you get trouble at school and it's the teacher's fault, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like parents go there and yell at the school and it's like, what's going
Right.
on? You know
Yeah,
what I mean, like what's going on?
I heard this comedian the other day. I was watching Netflix, and he said, my son was getting a shitty grade in math, right? And he would come back from school all pissed off about it, and he was crying about it, and I really didn't know how to handle it. So I went to the teacher because the teacher called me in, and the teacher says, your son seems to be having a problem with math. He's not learning right or whatever. And the parent says, yo, this is a private school. I pay you to teach my kid.
Right.
I think I'm owed some of my money back because this motherfucker ain't learning shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that encompasses kind of like the thought process of what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to do that shit sometimes.
Yeah.
I would love to go to my kid's school and say, my kid ain't learning shit.
Right.
You should pay me some of my money back.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
but no, he comes home, with a shitty grade or whatever, and he's going to hear it from me.
Yeah.
Here, he needs to freaking buckle down and get his shit right. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
that's what it is. I mean, but again, I employ millennials,
Yep.
and some of them are my friends, and
Yep.
and I teach a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I kind of see the mindset and where they're at and kind of how they view the world, and it is a different thing. It's
Yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah.
And the landscape's changed a bit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's mine, man.
Okay.
Quit your bitching.
Word. Well, cool, man, dude. I appreciate the time hopping on the show, man. It's been a long time coming.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to seeing you next month. I'm gonna be out there end of January, so we will definitely connect for show.
How long you gonna be out?
I'm gonna be out almost a week. Yeah, like five
full week.
days. Yeah. But I'm gonna have some time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So,
cool.
Yeah. I'll be down in Anaheim, LA area.
Right.
But
Right on.
But we'll definitely find time to catch up. Faux show.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
Cool, man. All right, brother. Well, yo, check Lex out again at 03 Productions on Instagram, ZR0THRE3 Productions, and give him a shout. Check out the music that's on there. And yeah, bro, appreciate it again, dude. And we will chat again. And y'all should get ready to hear more Lex in 2018. We're gonna figure something out here.
Appreciate it, Lo.
All right, y'all. Life of Lozo. We are out of here. Peace. The Life of Lozo podcast is brought to you by Stay Tuned Studios, STS Podcast, and Taylor Shop Inc., 03 Productions, A. Charles Photos, The Beat Brigade, Rhyme Designs Clothing, Ronz Guitars, The Music Experience, Custom Shirts and More, Local Goods Market, The Art of Kyle Willis, The Josh Saman MMA Foundation, TheMishmash.com, and of course, Jack's Nutrition. Thank you for tuning in to all of Season 3 here. If you like the episode, please like it, share it, give us a comment, do whatever you got to do. I appreciate y'all. We will take a break a little bit here in January. Peace.